We are increasingly seeing in our younger employees, which is roughly two-thirds of our industry, under the age of 26, they want digital. They want to be handed an iPad. They want to be able to click, QR code and it pops up on their phone. I think it's not just about having those systems, but understanding what the appropriate methodology of delivery is.
You have said that growth is a systems problem, not just a sales problem. What does that mean in practice?
We are in a human-powered business and industry, and food is our product. Good food is just table stakes to be even playing this game. And the issue is when you go to scale, you are basically building a human-powered machine, whether you are unit 1 or unit 100. And so fundamental in any scalable restaurant model is the people, the practices, and the procedures that make the brand what it is. And so if you do not have a full day in the restaurant, start to finish, documented, so anyone could walk in and do it who has reasonable training in the restaurant industry, you're not there yet. And that is things like from a close to open checklist to an open to close checklist, right? What every position needs to be doing at every minute of their shift. Build guides, not just recipe cards, but build guides, and sometimes in two languages that have visual cues as well as very clear statements on what is right and what isn't. And I'm just scratching the surface here, but I'm not a fan of documentation just for documentation's sake. I don't want to see, when I'm looking at a brand, a 3-ring binder that's 5 inches thick. Those things, that's the stuff of nightmares. Like that makes me feel like I'm in law school again. Like, no, no, no. We don't need that much word salad. What we need is to make sure that the people who are there on the front lines and the hourly positions and the salary positions can do their jobs and do them on rinse repeat and handle new incoming employees at a high velocity, because let's face it, it's a fact of our industry. We churn and burn employees like nobody's business. And I do think it's a bit of a black mark on us as an industry that we normalize and accept 150 to 175% turnover in a year in a restaurant. But that said, we have to accept we are people powered. And that's where the systems and the processes and the procedures have to be aimed, targeted, and thoughtfully created to speak to those employees in a meaningful way, in a way that they understand, in a way that's contextualized for not just the brand itself, its mission and purpose, but also for their generational affiliation. And what I mean by that is it's no longer, I don't think, a best practice to just hand someone a piece of paper and be like, here, read this. We are increasingly seeing in our younger employees, which is roughly two-thirds of our industry, under the age of 26, they want digital. They want to be handed an iPad. They want to be able to click, QR code and it pops up on their phone. I think it's not just about having those systems, but understanding what the appropriate methodology of delivery is. And that includes everything from tone, brand style, and actual delivery.